So I made it to the train station, and that's where I'm heading to. Well, I've just arrived in the Olympic town of Lillehammer in Norway. It's about 130–140 miles north of Oslo. About a 2-hour 10 train journey with 6 or 7 different stops. So I'm going to head out into town and do a little bit of exploring. Right, I'm on the bridge again, heading back. I wouldn't mind trying to get to that ski slope there, but I think my next port of call is going to be the church. See if I can take a look inside. Well, I'm back over the Lillehammer side, and I've got a feeling we've got a storm approaching. It looks pretty stormy and hazy over there, so I think I'm going to go and find some cover. In fact, I can just about feel it starting to rain now, so let's go and get some cover. I'm now in the main town, the high street if you will. Pretty nice atmosphere, very quiet, relaxed. Okay, I'm on my way up the hill to the ski jump. I've already climbed quite a bit, a little bit further to go. Well, this is the Olympic Village, used in 1994 at the Winter Olympics. Up there on the hill is the ski slope that we saw earlier, and this is a shot of some of the lodges, which is where you can stay if you come for a skiing holiday. It's a bike overtaking a car, would you believe it? Well, I've arrived, not quite at the top yet. I'm at the bottom of the ski jump, and I'm overlooking where I was this morning actually. There's the bridge. It's where I walked through somewhere around about there, and that's about as far as I got. And then I came back, across the bridge, and I went to the church, which is there. Just about see it. And then I've walked all the way up here, and it was a hell of a trek, I'll tell you that. So as I said, this is the bottom of the ski jump. There's the Olympic torch holder. This was the area where they slowed down. There's a slight uphill there, so if they didn't slow down quick enough, the uphill would help them. And there's the ski jump itself. There you can see it coming off the edge there. Believe it or not, I'm at the top of the stairs that lead to the area where the Olympic flame was. Well, that's where I just was. It's a bit wobbly up the top there. I'm trying to make a decision as to whether to climb the steps, which is a feat in itself. And that's just halfway. Or shall I get the ski lift? Yep, there's only one way to go up really. Here we go. This is the smaller of the two ski jumps. So that's where the guy would start. He'd then go hurtling down there and he'd go flying off the end, jumping as far as he can before slowing down at the bottom right there. Not a bad view for inspiration if you're fixing to break a world record or perhaps go for the gold medal. Standing at the top of the larger ski jump now. Well, on my way back down again. It's starting to get a little cooler now. Just got a t-shirt on today, so I might have to put my jumper on in a minute. It's just gone 6 o'clock here in Lillehammer. Now the bridge over there, which is the one I was on this morning, the pedestrian bridge, I read at the top that the bridge was originally built in 1934, but when World War II started, the Norwegians destroyed it themselves when the Nazis began attacking Norway. And this is one of the, well actually it is the biggest lake in Norway. It's a good form of defence if you can keep your enemies from crossing it towards the south of the country, so they destroyed it to make it a little bit more difficult for the Nazis to advance. Trouble is though, because the weather up here was so cold, the lake had iced over, so the Nazis simply walked across the icy lake. True story. True story. You can see the distances measured out there on the far side of the track, and then just above where that is, in that tower there, is where the judges sit. So they have a great view over how far these skiers are actually jumping. Well, I'm on my way down from the ski jump and I've come across another waterfall. Quite a pretty one, this one. Down the rocks. Having to stand a little precariously to capture it. It's all good though. Well, I've made it down from the ski ramp. About a 25-minute walk down the road has seen me arrive at Maihaugen, which is a open-air museum, and it's designed to depict how life in Lillehammer was before the last, in some cases, few hundred years. Well, I'm inside now, and incredibly enough, what you've actually got here is a village, and it's not a mock-up. Everything's been built properly, but no one actually lives here or serves here in the shops, because it is essentially a museum. And I'm standing now looking down one of the streets in that museum. It's very quiet. It feels like I'm the only one here. Well, this place is pretty incredible. I mean, you can literally go and have a look into the windows of these old style Norwegian houses. They are literally proper houses. It looks like people are living in them. There we go, looking into one of these houses now, and you would be easily mistaken thinking that someone was actually living here. Well, this is the agriculture area. There we go. Some kind of hut up there on the hill. A little bit like fishing huts. There's some more of them. I think just round here on my left there is a water mill. Comes from the water that's now behind me, feeds into the mill, keeps it going all year round. Well, I'm now walking up towards the village school. There's a hen over there, or a cockerel, whatever it is. This building right here is the village school. Let's see what it looks like inside. Yeah, looks pretty authentic. Okay, I'm on the other side of the pond now, and it's fast approaching 8 o'clock in the evening. It's time I headed back into the high street area and got myself some dinner. Got a train to catch at about 9:15. Well, I've just had a pizza for me dinner. It's 5 to 9, so I'm heading back to the train station to catch the train back to Oslo. Should take about 2 hours, but this is the last look at the main street in Lillehammer. I've pretty much been walking all day today, so it'll be good to get on the train and have a bit of a sit down for a few hours. Here we go then, this is Lillehammer station. And perfectly timed it to jump back on the train and get back to Oslo and the hotel. Well, pretty incredible, but this is where I stood about 9 hours ago when I first arrived this morning in Lillehammer. Standing on the same platform again, and this time I'm heading in the other direction, heading south. And this is the train, so I'm going to jump on board and await departure.